I sure definitely don't want to feel pain from anybody, as I feel like I want to be safe in any environment I'm at within this country. And I'm sure you do as well. And I'm sure you don't want to be jumped by a bunch of people torturing you for the things that they want from you. And so, with this periodically in this history of wars and any sort of abusive content, we were given the opportunity from the government, the Civil Rights Act, providing us human rights and protection of any sort of abusive violence, regardless of what it may be. And it was a morality that we follow within our history, and even now, to this day, that we should respect people throughout of what they say and what they do. And pretty much give us all the equal opportunity to live freely and be ourselves. But unfortunately, there are some people from the higher ups, or even from us ordinary people, that they use torture through any means necessary of, it either being self-pleasure or the information they want. And so this pretty much neglects the whole entire point of human rights and our protection, and it is written as a federal and international law from the US themselves that we were given these protection rights, and they are abruptly tearing it apart from another person, torturing us from that point. And so this is why torture shouldn't be justified regardless of what the situation is. I like to go back to an event from 2020, May 25th, where in Minnesota, a guy named George Floyd was pinned down from an officer behind his neck with his knee due to his use of a counterfeit $20 bill from a store. And so he was excruciating and a lot of torture from the officer pinning him down. And this torture ultimately led him to cause his death accidentally. But using that sort of torture, the term of torture being using any sort of excruciating pain to follow an individual or group command of doing of what they want to do or doing of what they have to say, according to the dictionary.com. And experiencing this torture that he was in, would you say that was justifiable to experience it that much to a point of death for a $20 bill? Fake $20 bill? Back to 2000, I like to go to another event even from September 11th, 2001. There was a counter-terrorist attack for two planes that knocked down the Twin Towers of New York City. And the government really wanted information, crucial information at the point of the event of how it happened in the first place. And according to humanrightsfirst.org, CIA officials and even military officials believed that they had used torture within these interrogations to acquire this information was a false act and truly was unlawful, as it was stated as an illegal act within federal and international law. And this had provided a reason why bringing in the fear tactic was a better way of granting information than actually using torture in the first place, because bringing fear in what the pain would be would grant information and bring that fear to a point where the person would give out information rather than experiencing the pain where they feel like they either can't talk anymore because of how much pain they've endured, or they want to go to the point where they just want to be dead of being useless to what the person is asking for them to do. And so even from like a last standpoint of an individual person like you or me who might like use torture for own self-pleasure, whether it being to sexual pleasure and have them kidnap you, and you see a lot of cases even from today where they kidnap people, rape people, or even just like take them from missing and torture them from food, for as a servant, as pretty much just acting them like a dog pretty much. And it's really sad, and that pretty much brings out the entire point of your human rights and doing of what you're asking somebody else to do, but they disregard that and they treat you like the person that they want you to be rather than you being yourself. And that's inhumane of whatever that may be. And that's why I believe all of those reasons why torture shouldn't be justifiable in any way, regardless of the situation. Thank you.